What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another video. Okay, in today's video, I will be talking about The Vanishing Half, y'all. I just finished this book, and oh my gosh. Okay, so The Vanishing Half starts off in 1968. It's 5 parts. The first part is 1968, and it's about these two twin sisters, one who grows up black, one who grows up white, basically. But this is the thing, when you think about like two people growing up white, one growing up white, one growing up black, you think, oh, that one, their mother is white, their father is black. They split off, something like that, whatever. No, that is not what happened. So basically, they grew up in a town called Mallard. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but they grew up in the town, and the whole town is nothing but light-skinned people. And when I say light-skinned, because they're black, but they're light in complexion, and they do not associate themselves with dark-skinned people, and white people still treat them like they're black. So they grew up in this town with only their mother. They watched their father get killed by white men. Like I said, that's what happens. And the town was actually funded by their great-great-great-grandfather, who is their mother's great-great-grandfather. So this is their mother's town, whatever. But once their mother married their dad, the town just kind of like pushed her off, like, you don't matter. But so basically, that's 1968 is talking about 1968 is when they're 30 years old. When twins are 30 years old, that's 1968. And one of the twins go back home to Marley because they ran away at 16. And so one of the twins goes back, and she comes back with a very dark-skinned daughter. Her daughter's name is Jude. We love Jude. We love Jude from the deep within our heart. Daughter is Jude, and Jude is basically, she looks just like her father. So Desiree, who was the one who came back in 1968, was the twin who came up with the idea of running away in the first place. She hated Mallard. She didn't want to be there. She didn't want to live there, whatever. But she did come back with her daughter, who was 7. I'm pretty sure Jude was 7, and she was 30. So that she came back, everybody whispering about her, whatever. And then when she's there, she ended up reconnecting with somebody named Early. Early is a hunter who hunts and finds people that skipping out on their bond or whatever. He just helps find people. And it's crazy because he came to Mallard. I'm gonna call him Mallard. He came to Mallard to look for Desiree because her husband was looking for her, but she ran away from her husband because her husband was beating on her. And now the book started off crazy. It started off like wanting to reel you in. So her husband was beating on her. She ran away back to her hometown, and he was like, the husband was like, there's no way she in Mallard. There's no way she went back there. She don't like nobody there. Why would she go back there? Hold on, y'all. Fix the wig. But she went back. So she went back to her hometown. Early was there to find her so he can send her back. And then once he saw the bruise, everybody in town saw the bruise on her neck because he choked her up, and that's was the last straw. That's what made her leave. And she was like, okay. He was like, okay, I'm not gonna turn you in, whatever. So they lovey-dovey, love each other, whatever. Then the next part is 1978. And 1978 is in the perspective of Jude. Jude moves to LA for college. She's 18 now. She moves to LA for college, and she gets a track scholarship to UCLA, I think. So she moved back. She moved to LA, and when she got there, she met somebody named boy named Reese. Reese was originally a girl. Reese is a trans boy. And Reese was in LA basically trying to find himself, trying to figure out who he was as a person. He started dressing like a boy completely, like taping up his chest, you know, just to show that, like, he's no longer a female. He is a guy. His name is Reese. That's who he is. So he ran away from his family. He didn't have nothing for himself, but he did meet somebody named Barry, and we love Barry. Barry is a drag queen, and Barry has a bunch of drag queens, and they helped Reese along the way. And Drew met Reese at a party, and she ended up getting along well with Barry. So then in part 2, you kind of learn the beginnings of their love story, and then and at the end of part 2, Drew ended up seeing Stella, who is the other twin. Stella is the twin that grew up, who decided to use her life as white. Like, she decided to be white during her lifetime. So she sees Stella, and so she, you know, got fired from her job, whatever. Then it's part 3. Part 3 is back in 1968, and it's in Stella's point of view. So you finally try to figure out like what's up with Stella. So in 1968, Stella was living with her husband, who was a white man. She had a fully white daughter, whose name is Kennedy. Like, when I say fully white daughter, blonde hair, blue eyes, fully white daughter. And she lied to everyone. Nobody knew that she was black. Nobody. She did not identify as black. She did not tell anyone she was black. She was not black. She was a white woman. She identified herself as a white woman. She did not like black people. But I feel like she didn't like black people out of guilt. So her point of view literally pissed me off because of her views. Because this black family wanted to move into her neighborhood, and she put her foot down. Everybody was congratulating her, put her foot down. Like, I'm so glad you said that. They don't need to stay here. Why would they want to stay here? Blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, but you got to realize it's 1968, like segregation, all that good stuff. So they didn't, of course, they didn't respect black people. They still don't respect black people now, but it's another subject for another day. Whatever. So that so whole like mindset point of view pissed me off so bad. And then she ended up becoming friends. First of all, she pulled her daughter Kennedy away from the neighbor's daughter, whose name was Sydney, away from her, and said, her daughter trying to figure out why I can't hang out with her. She said, you can't hang out with niggers. I was like, so that, her whole point of view just pissed me off so freaking much. Like, what the? So then it goes to, 1968 is talking about everything that's going on with Stella. She's having a problem within herself. She literally has a problem with herself. Like, it's literally within herself, and she's a liar. She can't even tell the truth anymore. She don't even know the truth anymore. Like, she refuses to believe that she has a black family, that she has a twin sister. So, then it goes to 1982. 1982, you get Kennedy's point of view alongside with Drew's point of view. A little bit of Stella thrown in there, you know, Reese. No, a lot of people different point of views in part 4, which is 1982. Yeah, it's like 1982, 1988, whatever. Or 1985, something like that. Them years. So it talks about all of that and how Kennedy ended up discovering Drew. Drew ended up spilling the beans to Kennedy, like, girl, you black. Your mama is my auntie, we cousins, they twin sisters, whatever. And Stella's still lying to Kennedy, like, nah, she lying to you. Like, what are you talking about? And then, not only that, but Kennedy ended up having identity issues, too. Because she's just like, who am I really? Like, she don't know what she want to do in life. She ended up not going to college, not going to school. She decided she wanted to be an actor. That career didn't last long at all. She just didn't really know where to go in life. And then she started realizing that her mother was a liar. So her and her mother relationship was not good at all. The dad oblivious as hell. But I feel like he had to know somewhere deep within, like, something ain't right. That girl is lying to you. He's stupid. Reese has his surgery. It's a lot of moving around, a lot of back and forth between different cities, different countries, different states, whatever. And it's a lot of, they're starting to realize who is who. So Stella and Drew come in connection with each other. Drew basically telling Stella, like, why are you lying? Why are you not trying to believe in yourself? This and third, and Stella just like, what are you talking about? Huh? What are you talking about? What? I can't hear you. What are you talking about? So Stella is horrible. That's that moral story. I did not like Stella at all, but let me tell y'all, this book is 5 stars, 10 out of 10, best book I've read. this is the best. But then there's part 5. The book's not even over with, y'all, and I wish it would continue after part 5. Like, I wish it was more I could read. Like, the very last sentence, I read it like 10 times because I was like, this can't be the end. This can't be it. But basically, Stella ended up going back home to Mallard and seeing her mother. Her mama has Alzheimer's, and her mama like, hey baby, you know, oh y'all so cute. I love my twin daughters. Y'all go in and wash up. It's a school night. You know, she just lost, like, and she early in this race still together, staying strong. You know, Reese and Jude stayed strong, still together. Kennedy and Jude stayed close, stayed friends. They had little disagreements here and there, you know, whatever, because Kennedy had a hard time trying to believe a stranger over her mother. But Jude came with the tea. She came with the facts. She came with the receipts, okay? She knew what the fuck she was talking about, period. So, yeah, it was a whole lot of y'all. But at the end, like, the mom did die, Alzheimer's, obviously. And it's basically like Desiree was trying to keep herself from having Alzheimer's because it's hereditary. And Jude becomes a doctor, by the way. And Kennedy became something. I forgot. But her acting career ended up not like lasting or whatever. And Desiree finally moved back out of Mallard because she was like, I'm never gonna move out of Mallard. Like, first of all, everybody thought she was only gonna be there a year. When she came back in 1968, they was like, she's not gonna be here longer than 1969. And she stayed almost 20 years. So, but she finally left after her mom died because she was like, why am I here? My mom died, my dad died here. My sister doesn't want to deal with me because Stella's a bitch. We don't like Stella. And yeah, that's basically how the story goes. That's how the story is, y'all. It's a really, 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 really good book. When I tell y'all you need to read this, you need to read this. I don't care if you're white, black, mixed, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever. Read this book. I don't care what you identify as. It hits a lot of big points that I feel like a lot of people are struggling with. Read this book, okay? Read it now. Thanks. But yeah, 10 out of 10, 5 stars, all that hoop-da-doop-da stuff. I love this book to the core. Best thing that ever happened to me. Probably want to go cry in the corner now because it's over. I don't know what I'm going to do in my life. But 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Great. Amazing. We love her. So, yeah. Okay, y'all, that's the end of this video. I had to review this book, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't read nothing else, go read this book. The Vanishing Half by Britt Burnett. Go read this book today, right now. Go on Amazon and buy it. I bought it on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon too. Go buy it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to get, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.